You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Chepe Mariscal takes on Ricardo Ramos this Saturday at UFC Fight Night Las Vegas. And this is a fun fight at 145 pounds. Ricardo Ramos, 29 years old. He's 5'9" with a 72-inch reach, fighting at a team alpha male. Good striking, fast hands, good high kicks, really good spinning attacks that we've seen in the UFC recently. Had a spinning back elbow TKO of Danny Chavez, and back in the day had a really nasty spinning elbow knockout of Ayman Zahabi, which is aging really well. Zahabi's been looking really good in the UFC. Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Very good grappler, susceptible to leg kicks. We saw that in his last fight against Josh Kulabau, was getting dropped pretty badly by leg kicks. But other than that, a pretty well-rounded fighter, 29 years old, kind of entering his prime. Still not really sure where this guy stands. Chepe Mariscal, also 17-6. He's 5'7" with a 69-inch reach, so he's going to be giving up 3 inches of reach in this fight, fighting out of Elevation Fight Team. Chepe Mariscal on a 7-fight winning streak. This guy's very good, has really good judo, was tossing around Damon Jackson in his last fight. I think that was his last fight. But black belt in judo, black belt in Japanese jiu-jitsu, and a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So this guy's got an endless gas tank. Great cardio, can push a really high pace, very aggressive, can take some damage. Just kind of a bruiser. This guy's gonna step on the gas at the beginning of the fight and not let up. I got to go with Chepe. And this one, just an absolute beast, strong as hell. I think he's going to be able to break Ricardo Ramos. Ricardo Ramos, I question his durability in a fight, and I would put Chepe up there as one of the toughest guys in the UFC right now. Ricardo Ramos coming off of a split decision over Josh Kulabau. I would lean towards Kulabau in that fight, taking that one. But before that, got guillotine choked by Julian, and before that, guillotine choked by Charles Jourdain. I question how good he is in terms of his jiu-jitsu. I know I just said he's a good grappler, but it makes me wonder when he's constantly getting subbed by some of these guys in the UFC. Ground and pounded by Lermone Murphy back in the day. Knocked out by Said Nurmagomedov. He's losing to really good guys, but I don't think he's going to be able to withstand the pressure and the onslaught that Chepe's going to be bringing. I think Chepe's going to be able to beat him up on the feet if he wants to, but then he's also going to be throwing him around. I think he's going to have a huge size and strength advantage, and I think he'll just have the physicality advantage over Ramos, and I think he'll eventually break him. I do think he finishes him. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes him to the ground and just kind of beats him up there and gets the TKO. I also wouldn't be surprised if he subbed him and got the submission, but I am going to go with Chepe Mariscal. I think he's a pretty big favorite in this one. I just think he's going to be too much for Ricardo Ramos at this point in his career, and Chepe Mariscal's just got tons of momentum on an absolute tear, about to kind of break into the rankings, in my opinion, in the UFC. But Ricardo Ramos is a plus 310 underdog. Chepe Mariscal is a minus 420 favorite, and I think those are good. Those are good odds. I think Chepe Mariscal wins this fight. I don't see him getting caught by Ramos. He's shown the ability to drop people in fights, but not really put him away. Dropped Julian Erosa, he was able to recover and eventually get the finish over him. But if he's not catching you with something spinning or something you're just not expecting, I don't think he's really going to put you out. And I don't think Chepe is gonna really let him breathe in this fight. I think he's gonna be all over him from the first bell and really put a pace on him to get that finish. So Chepe Mariscal by TKO round 2. Thanks.